had an idea that I don't have to do job for my entire life. I can do business or not. I know I want to do, but then if I want to do, it does not mean that I will be able to do. And whatever is seen the most is something that is sold the most. Humans want controversy. Humans want negative hooks. So you are completely getting into my business itself, I guess. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Hello, everyone. We welcome you all to our podcast episode number 2 of E-Talks. And here we discuss about startup business, entrepreneurship, and many more related things to it. In today's podcast, we have our guest speaker as Prateek Kumar Tiwari, who is also our college alumni. Introducing himself, he did clear his GATE exam in his first attempt, and then he joined the Robert Bosch, in parallel to which he has built his startup and he crossed 1 crore revenue in just 1 year as a co-founder in a company named as Pinnacle Media Private Limited, which is based in Bangalore itself. So I welcome you, Prateek, to our podcast.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, for giving me such an opportunity to come here and interact with you guys. And thank you so much, E-Cell SMVIT as well, for conducting such a good podcast. I'm excited to start with.
Our today's topic is branding, marketing, and building a business or startup. So, our first question is, can you share your story behind the creation of Pinnacle Media and how does Pinnacle Media differentiate itself in the crowded social media management market?
I'll start from my college days itself. In my college days, I used to study a lot. That helped me in cracking my GATE exam in the first attempt itself. Then, after I joined Bosch, where I wanted to learn how businesses are operated. I wanted to learn in depth knowledge of how professionalism works because I had that in my back end that, I have to implement all these things in my own business because I had an idea that I don't have to do job for my entire life. So I came up with an idea and I worked at Bosch for 2 years. And right after my first work anniversary, I started looking for somebody, with whom I can start my business. Where I
Right.
found my business partner as of now, Jayant. Who is also from Sir MVIT, Electronics and Communication branch, in my same college, in our same batch. And we both were like-minded. He was already into entrepreneurship. He did not even sit for the placements. So we interacted and we came to a point that, yeah, let's start the business. Where I will try grabbing new clients and new businesses, and he will look into the technical parts. Thereafter, everything changed by God's grace. We were able to reach a very good milestone in just 1 year, and even I was able to evaluate whether I'm good enough for doing business, and I got the answer that yes, I can manage it. And then after I decided it's the perfect time to leave my job and completely focus on my business and try to grow it as much as possible. So that 1 year where I was doing both the things, business and job, that was quite difficult because you don't have enough time to focus because your
Right.
entire day goes into the job itself, and Bangalore traffic adds on onto it, right? That's the cherry on
Exactly.
but then, yeah, I was since I was so much into starting my own venture, I was ready to go step ahead, taking all the challenges and working as hard as possible. And the second part that you asked, why Pinnacle Media is different. So right now, I think we have so many competitors, and I think in any niche, we have enough competitors. Okay, it's
Right.
the way how you approach, and it's the first movers advantage. So the point when we started short form of content and all those were on rise. Okay, it was not completely evolved. So we
Okay.
had that advantage of starting initially at the starting phase, and constantly we evolved. And the expertise of my co-founder Jayant also, it helped a lot. And since he is also a very skilled person, he has a very good technical knowledge, and I have a very good marketing and getting the client's knowledge. So our skills
Hmm.
are completely complementary, right? So
That's great. Yeah. That's great. That's great to hear how you got started with the Pinnacle Media. And let's move to our next question. In your opinion, how important are elements like thumbnail and video aesthetics in the success of social media content is important?
if you walk into a party, the first thing that people observe is your outfit. and
Exactly.
that's a human nature, that that guy will have a perception of how this person can be. Leave what they will think once you start your conversation. That is second part. Okay, but then to start the conversation, you should have good personality, right? That is
Right.
what resonates with the thumbnails as well. And whatever is seen the most is something that is sold the most. Okay, so
Right. Yeah.
thumbnails are really important. And once the thumbnail is good, the inner content, the content that you are delivering to your audience is equally important. And I guess even it is more important. Okay, but
Exactly. Yeah.
because yeah, if the thumbnail is good, somebody clicks on it, and the content is not good enough, they will not revisit.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
on contrary, if the thumbnail is not good and your content is good, nobody will go and watch. They will not get to know that these are good, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
both these things are complement to each other. So, but then yeah, first place goes to thumbnails, because until it is good, it won't be viewed.
What is your approach to creating content that balance long form videos and viral shots?
Okay, so you're completely getting into my business itself, I guess. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
bit
Uh,
getting into depth.
okay, cool. That sounds great. See, the thing is, as of now, what is happening is the attention span of human being has reduced drastically. Okay, people want a lot of knowledge in the shortest period of time, which is not exactly possible. But then, yeah, you can clickbait people by providing some kind of short videos, saying that the long video has such kind of shorts, where you can redirect to the long form, because the long form of video is something that generates revenue. I'm talking with respect to the YouTube. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
with respect to brands, with respect to businesses who wants to come online and they want to grow, it's not only the videos that they need to make, it's a complete omnipresent thing that they have to do. I mean, they have to be omnipresent. They have to be present on LinkedIn, they have to be present on Instagram, they have to consistently post on Twitter as well. So they need to be present overall, right, to grow themselves, to start selling whatever their services, whatever their products are. That is what we do at Pinnacle Media. We try to reach different kind of businesses and explain them the complete power of social media, of how they can start upselling everything, right? So, coming back to your questions, shorts and long. Short form of content is something that grabs attention. Long form of content is something that gives you knowledge, that gives you in-depth knowledge. And long form of content is something which is only watched by genuine personality. I mean, those who are genuinely interested in your content, right?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
short content is something which is mixture. People who just want to pass their time, for time pass, they'll just scroll. But then
Yeah.
who
Got it.
want, they will go ahead with the long form.
How do you see like AI and automation affect the media company?
See, I'll give you one example. Okay, going back in the time when computer was not there. Okay, people used to think that once computer is there, there will be no requirement of humans, right? But then that did not happen. Computer came, humans evolved, and they learned how to use computer. Now
Right.
computer is useless if humans do not know how to use computers. Okay, the
Exactly.
same way
Yeah.
goes with the AI will come, but then AI will not replace anything. I mean, yeah, it will make your job easier, it will make your job faster, more accurate, but then there should be somebody who knows AI completely. The same goes with the media company also. AI cannot do everything on its own, it has to be operated. Okay, so
Right.
if there is somebody who directs AI, how it has to be done, what all elements needs to be added, and then it has to be optimized. As of now, it cannot be replaced. I'm not really sure on what happens in the near future,
Yeah.
because it is developing very fast. But then I don't think so. At any point of time, AI will ever replace humans. Yes, it will. It will make your job easier. But then, if you also evolve and learn different AI tools, I don't think there will be any replacement of you in the industry.
Exactly. The person who is using it efficiently and changing with the technology, he will be more efficient than the AI
Exactly.
technology.
Yes. Yes. It's all about evolvement. If you are able to evolve with this current scenario, you will be in the market. But then if you stereotype yourself with the old technologies and the old methodologies, it becomes really difficult for you to stay in the market. That's what I feel.
Moving to our next one. So, can you share some tactics you have found effective for increasing audience engagement on social media?
See, what I want you to understand, and what I will suggest to you if you want to grow your Instagram and the colleges, whatever social handles are there, you try to play with the human psychology. Okay, you understand what humans want to see. Humans want controversies. Okay,
Yeah,
humans want negative hooks. Humans
exactly.
won't, but humans are not interested in educational content. I mean, people, very less people are there. But then if you want to grow, you have to integrate education with some kind of negative hook and then present.
What were some of your challenges you faced when starting Pinnacle Media, and how did you overcome that?
Okay.
Following to this, what should a person starting a new venture keep in mind? Like,
My business was launched on 6th of December 2022. Okay.
okay, yeah,
And my first setback was in the month of February itself. Okay, so by the month of January, we had a couple of clients whom we were working with. We hired a couple of team members, and they were working full time. But then in the month of February, all of a sudden, out of those three, two people left. Second one just ghosted, okay, because everything is online. So that happened.
hmm,
And at that point of time, we had many clients and we had only one person to work with. We had to deliver what we promised. And me, Jayant, and the person who was left, only three people were not capable enough to handle that situation. So we were kind of, we thought what to do now, because complete hiring takes some time and we need to evaluate that person. And we did not have that time. So my
exactly, yeah,
friend Jayant and I and that person, the person, my third team member, even that guy, we were working day and night. I was completely looking into hiring new talents, and within a week we were able to come back. We were able to bounce back, and we were able to handle the situation. So that was the first setback. But then I at that point of time, the thing was, I there were two options. We Since it was only 3 months since we started our business, we could have shut down everything. We could have told our clients that this crisis has come. We might not continue. And the
right.
second option was to fight back and do anything whatever possible and to come up with the results. And that's what I did, because I was completely into business. So I
Entrepreneur's mind.
Yeah. So I used to wake up all night and look for different things, different solutions, and that worked. We got,
Hmm.
fortunately, a couple of more people who were able to delegate the work, and we came back on track. That answers your first question. And similar to such setbacks, we had a couple of other setbacks as well, where we were facing some issues with the clients and our team members. So the story remains the same. Answering to your second question, what should students who are starting from second year, first year, I mean, that is one of the best time to invest your time, in learning new skills. Okay, and if you found out that what skill works for you, and you want to build out a business out of it, you just be mentally prepared that you will have setbacks. If you have confidence on what you are doing, you will again come back. It's all
Right.
about it's all about the patience. And even after college, if you are completely starting your own business, make sure that you are mentally ready, that even if you don't get money for 6 to 8 months, you will have to keep on running the business, because it is not always possible to get start earning money from the very initial phase. It takes a lot of time, and it depends on business to business. And even in different businesses, you will have to invest money. In our business, we
Right.
did not have to invest money because it was completely a different topic. We were able to start with a couple of softwares, and we were able to scale it up. But then if it is a productized business where you're trying to create a product, then you
That
will have to
becomes
run ads. You'll need some infrastructure. You'll need some products, right? So at this that takes certain amount of your money, and
investment,
you
and
have
yeah.
investment, exactly. And it is not guaranteed as well that you will earn money out of it. So it's always necessary to be ready to go ahead with empty pockets for a couple of months, and even in debt, right?
Right.
So if you are mentally prepared with all of these situations and all of these hardships, then only go ahead with entrepreneurship. See, in my case, what I did, I evaluated myself whether I can do business or not. I know I want to do, but then if I want to do, it does not mean that I will be able to do, right? So
Right.
I
Yeah.
evaluated myself for 1 year and I was able to see good results. Then I thought that yes, if I can do with job, then without job, definitely I can do. Students who are studying in Sir MVIT, I would request them to not waste time unnecessarily, because I know how much time you have. You have a lot of time, and if you use that
Exactly.
time every day, I mean, you can do. I don't know what you will be able to do. You can do wonders, right?
So let me tell you one good thing. Like we have one or two startups in our college only. People have started on their own,
Great.
and they are doing well. They have started and they are really doing well.
That's
So
great. That.
so we are trying to do something. So with this, let's move to a next question. It's bit follow up of the same thing.
Mhm.
How do you scale your startup from your initial idea to the fully operational business? Like from basic scratch to like how you have to grow the initial stepping stones. What are they?
Hmm. So, scaling is all about multiplying what you did initially into 100. I mean, into X, X depends on what scale you want to become. Okay. For example,
Exactly.
if you did one thing to X, to the first client, or to the first business you signed your contract with, and if that worked for that guy, for that business, for that venture, you need to multiply that and then delegate the work in your team members and guide it. As a CEO, as a founder, as a co-founder, you don't have to do work manually. You have to direct. And if you are sitting at the top, the only thing a CEO has to do is bring business,
Right.
okay, and see
Yeah.
if everything operates. You don't have to go and code. You don't have to go and see you have to see, I mean, you have to manage everything, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
once you start the venture, you have to do everything by yourself. You will be doing everything from head to toe. Everything you will be taking care. But then if you have to scale, delegation is the key. That's the only key. You need a very good team members, a group of team members. You need good skills of leadership. You need good skills of management, of how things work, how things can be layered up, okay, how
Yeah.
you can delegate the work, and how you can appreciate who is working for you. Because if you don't appreciate the work that is being done by your team members, definitely they will leave up, okay, and then again everything comes up on you, and you will again
Exactly.
fall, you know. So yeah, that's what I feel. That's how, I mean, do that same thing for the first client, and then multiply it by delegating it and then distributing the work across your team members. That's the only way you can scale, and that's what we
Exactly.
do.
Got your point to the fullest. And we have our E-Cell team also. We have our verticals, like we have different heads, media heads,
Yeah.
corporate relations head, and different stuffs of operational head and all this stuff. Operational team is still working with me to conduct this.
Good.
And
Uh-huh.
yeah, they're really, my team is really full supportive in this case. So we are growing this much.
Great, yeah, great. Great to hear.
Yeah, so moving forward, like beyond your views and likes, what other metrics do you consider when measuring the success of a content?
It See, views and likes, that is fine. That is method is to create good videos where I can help people of India earn money, become self-independent, become, start something out of their own, and specifically college people, so that they can start paying their own college fees. I have few people who have started doing that, and I feel very good about me that I'm able to do that. Even if I'm able to change one person's life, I think I'm successful. And I think
That
now I'm successful. Yeah.
that's great. That's really great. Like people in our batch also, they are doing freelance and other stuff too. They have paid their hostel or I guess
Yeah.
school college fee also.
Okay, that's great to hear. That's what we need to do. Because
Exactly.
see, the situation of job out there in the market is really very bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, people who are doing, they do. I mean, risk is there in business, risk is there in job, but then there is an upper cap in job. Okay, at some point of time you will have to stop. uh, I mean, the earnings will stop, it will get saturated. Okay, but then in business, if you are able to do good, there is no upper cap how much you will earn in 1 month. So that should be a motivation, that there is no
Exactly.
upper
Yeah.
cap. You are working for yourself, there is no. But then yeah, at the same point of time you need to evaluate as well, that whether you are made for it or not, whether you are made for that stress, whether you are made to handle it. And it is not like job is bad. Job gives you a very stable life, it gives you a peaceful life. For me it is
Definitely.
not peaceful. Since the morning, once my eyes are open, since until the point when my eyes are closed for sleeping, my mind keeps on going here and there, it is completely busy. I'm
Exactly.
not
Yeah.
stable. Okay,
Hmm.
but then I love it, so I don't have a problem. So it depends on
Right.
how the person. Yeah.
Depends to the individual how he is thinking about his future and the career. Moving more deep into this topic, like let us take one person as Rohit, and he just came into college. He want to grow his profile, and he want to work on his personal branding. So how he will do that, taking it as an example. And
So I'm considering that Rohit knows what skills he want to improve. He knows what skills he has, and out of what skill he has to build a business. If Rohit is completely unaware of what to do, he has to write 5 points what he thinks he is good in. Okay,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
he has to think about it. Can we create some kind of earning source out of it? For example, if he has a creative mind, then graphic design, can he do? Can he learn Photoshop? Can he learn After Effects and start creating something creative, right? And
Yeah,
then if the person is creative, and if that person is able to earn, then comes the next step, that is networking. Okay,
exactly.
and for networking, what I believe is, come upon LinkedIn. There are 8 billion people on LinkedIn. Start sending network requests. Okay. The thing is, opportunity will not come on your door. You need to go knock the door, open the door, and then go ahead. Okay, so you
Exactly.
need to
Yeah,
reach people. You need to tell people that who you are, what you want to do. People are sitting out there, they want to help you. But then if you don't reach out to them, if you don't tell who you are, if you don't introduce yourself, if you don't tell your problems, nobody will come and help, right? Nobody. Why will
exactly.
somebody come to your door and start helping you? Who will come? Nobody
Exactly.
will come. But then they will definitely help if you start showing eagerness to them, if you start showing your interest, that I want to learn from you. Out of 100 people, even one people, if one person helps you, your life will be changed. But then people will not approach 100 people. People will keep on thinking that those 100 people will come to me. That will never happen, and that's the reason students and even individuals after college, they are completely trapped into the rat race of paying EMIs. That's the only reason, I'm telling you. So
Right.
networking is the key. Go out, network people. You are in such a good city, Bangalore. Go and meet people. Why are you sitting over there? That's
One thing in between. Sorry to interrupt you, but if Rohit came and made a one profile on LinkedIn, he's sending connection requests to many in his domain companies or people who are working in that company or related to that field. So
hmm.
now, after connecting to that person, what should he do? He should message the other another person, or he should just wait for the opportunity. Like if some opening or something he will post, then he will come and react for.
I'll give you one example. Okay, when I came on Instagram and YouTube and all, I mean, when I showed my face that I am this guy and I'm doing all these things, people started appreciating me. There was one guy, his name was Aman. Okay, Aman, what he did, okay, I started getting a lot of DMs every day, but then I did not have much time to reply to everybody. He kept on approaching me, he kept on following up with me until I replied to him. He made
God.
me, he made me do that. because he knew that I can help him. He knew that.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you think that I will wait for the opportunity to come, that's what I'm saying. Nobody will come and knock your door. You have to go and knock the door. If you find somebody of your interest, you need to follow up with them. People are busy. If they are at some height, they will not, they will not respond to you at once. They have their other
Right.
priorities, but then you need to show how important it is for you. If you show genuine interest now, if you show genuine effort, we all are humans, right? We will definitely
Exactly.
acknowledge it, right? At the end, we all are humans. If somebody puts a lot of effort, how will your heart not say not to respond? I mean, exceptions
Definitely.
are there, people are there, but then people will respond. Yeah, why will they not? You know, that's what
Definitely.
human psychology is. Something, if you understand it, how mind works and how people will respond at one point of time, you can crack a lot of deals. You can meet a lot of people, and you can make a lot of people happy just by speaking, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's what, like networking. If you sent a network request, it's not like you have to leave. Start your conversation, tell something about them. I'm learning this, can you suggest something out of it? What was your experience? Because if that guy is at that position, some point of time he was at Rohit's position as well,
Exactly.
right? So he can
Exactly.
he can
Yeah.
relate, right? He will tell the story what he did when he was at Rohit's place, correct? So
Exactly.
then
Yeah.
Rohit will learn. And if in case that person does not reply, go to another person. Yeah, 140 crore
Mm.
people are there in India and abroad. I don't know how many. Why are you
Yeah.
so strict with one person?
Okay, so moving forward to our last point and winding up this podcast, going for a bit of product side, what all marketing a product is different from a service based?
See, in service based, there are two categories as you told, product based and service based.
Yeah,
Okay. In product, you need to send the product to the prospect. In service, you need to demonstrate it. Let's take an example of soap. Okay. If there is a new soap and you want it to sell, with the ads, you need to tell them how that soap works, how is the fragrance. Okay, for that you need to sell some cheap units. For the service, it's like, for example, in our scenario, we can show the results that that guy was earning $10 million in 1 year. Now we made it to 20 or 15. So we increased it by 50%. Okay. So
yeah,
we can show the metrics, and then it is bit easier to give demo in service based, is what I feel. In
right.
product based, the expenditure is high, the infrastructure is high. Okay, but then yeah, once it is launched, the returns are also high. Okay, so it goes side by side.
Yeah,
So that goes, methodologies are different, but then ultimate aim is same, is to provide some kind of value to your customers, either with a product which cleans your body, either with a service which helps save your time, which helps elevate your revenue, whatever it is, whatever it will be, so the end result is helping or solving a problem of humans. That is where businesses are born. If you are able, and if you just write down on paper right now after this call, what problems are you facing in your life right after you wake up, you will have 10 business ideas right now. I'm telling you.
exactly.
Okay, you will
Starting
have 10.
from attendance.
Starting from attendance.
Yeah,
Okay, why you have to go there and attend? Okay, is there something that can be done? I can just prove it that I am there in the club. There are ultimate in infinite opportunities. It's just that you need to think, but then people are not thinking. People are thinking something else. People are
exactly.
diverted. So people are simply lost in the fake social media profiles of fake money entrepreneurship and what not. Traders are showing they are earning lakh every day, but then traders will only know how much they are earning and how much debt are they.
Exactly.
So you need to understand what is real. You need to evaluate whom to follow. You need to evaluate who is real, who is fake. If you follow the wrong person, definitely you are again going in this wrong direction. So you need to choose your mentors when you are in college. And if you don't have good friends in college who don't talk about ideas, don't make friends. Is what I believe. start
Exactly.
watching start watching YouTube, you start watching Instagram, people who are sharing good ideas over there. because if your group is not good, definitely you'll not be able to succeed. Definitely, that's for sure.
Yeah, as per that saying, you are the average of the five individual you are with. So yeah, so moving on, our next part of the podcast where we share one topic or one word for the podcast, where we ask our guests to tell us about that word. And for today, we have what is lean startup. I would request you to share some ideas on this topic.
Basically, see, there are different kind of businesses. Okay, one is something that you are creating something whole new, completely new. Okay, um, that does not exist in the market. And the second one is the solution already exists. You are improvising it. You are selling it. You are just trying. So lean startup comes in the second part, right? You are trying to improvise what is already there into the market by quickly, going through it and analyzing what can be improved in this business. For example, Uber is there. Okay, so
Yeah,
right now, what problem is there in Uber, that cab drivers will cancel all the rides if they don't feel going there. If they are not comfortable going there, they will cancel it. And the customers, even if they are in emergency, they will have to wait. So here is a gap in Uber that nobody is fixing. Even in Ola, the same issue is there. Okay, and even in
exactly.
other, yeah. So this is something that can be improved in a lean startup, where if you come up with an idea of how people will, they will not be able to cancel the rights, and if they cancel, there will be some kind of charges or something like that, or some
Yeah,
kind of compensation will be given to the customers. So people will be shifted from Uber to this new venture coming up, right? So trying to find the loopholes and working upon it, I think that is something that comes under it. And it is not always startup and entrepreneurship does not mean that you need to come up with a new idea that does not exist in the market. You need to improvise the thing. You need, see, even in Oyo. Okay, Oyo rooms is something not new, that is taken from
yeah,
overseas country, right? But then why it
exactly.
is successful? Because they try to improve it over here and people liked it. In Oyo rooms as well, in hotels, if you book it, once you reach over there, people will say your rooms are not booked. I mean,
Mm,
they will say that the prices are too low. Here again comes a new loophole, that they are able
mm,
to not, they will not take up the customers. Okay, that
exactly.
same goes with other brands as well, which includes Make My Trip, Clear Trip, whatever it is. Everybody has the
Many
same
others.
issue, but then
Yeah.
it. So these loopholes are there. You need to understand it and you need to try working towards it. So that's everything in a nutshell, I will say.
Okay, so got your point. Thank you for sharing your whole experience, and it was really great opportunity for all of us to hear you about your experience, to your stories. All were really nice to hear, and we are grateful to have you on our podcast. And that's all from our side.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you as well, and even the E-Cell of Sir MVIT for inviting me, for giving me an opportunity to be a guest of such a wonderful platforms that you guys have created. I wish you all the very best.
To all the our listeners and who are following us on YouTube, Instagram, and various social handles, stay connected to us and stay tuned for our more podcast series related to entrepreneurship, business, and startup all over the India. And we will be taking more entrepreneurs and founders like Prateek, and we will be moving forward and growing towards this field. And with your full support and collaboration, we will grow. Thank you everyone for listening till here.